welcome back to another new video on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today we are back with another National League South transfer video. I thought when I did my first one, it'd be a while to the next one, or at least a week, but the transfers have just been coming so thick and fast. And today we have got 11 more done deals for you. And as I say, we'll keep the series going, but 11 transfers to go through today. Let's get on to them. So the first signing is for Bath City FC. They've completed the signing of 20-year-old midfielder Mitch Beardmore. He joins the club after his contract expired at Exeter and he was of course released. Bath wasted no time in picking him up as he is a familiar face, where he spent the second half of the season on loan at Bath City, where he played 19 games, scoring 1 goal, and at only 20 years old, should I say, he's a very, very exciting prospect. We're then going to move on to a few different signings for Hemel Hempstead Town. They have made a plethora of signings, a few of them before I started the series, but I think they're on maybe signing number 12 or 13 currently. But the best signing for them, in my opinion so far, is Jake Gray, who obviously signs from Hampton and Richmond, where in the National League South alone for Hampton and Richmond, he made 173 appearances. So a bit of a club legend there, and it was a bit of a shock to see him make the move. He is, of course, only 29, and for a man that's made over 100 appearances in the Football League, it is a great bit of experience to bring on board, blending in with the youth they've brought on board as well. And they are just, honestly, they're shaping up a squad already, but Jake Gray, arguably one of the best signings in the league so far. He'll come with bags of experience, but I've just got a few bad memories of him. When we went and watched Dartford play there a couple of years ago, we had the chance to go 4-3 up. Harvey Bradbury missed a penalty, and you guessed it, 90th plus 4th minute. A few minutes later, Jake Gray scores a brilliant finish into the bottom corner and takes all 3 points for Hampton and Richmond. So, singing his praises still, but God, not good memories of him. The second signing for Hemel that happened in the last couple of days was centre-back Jordan Thompson. He's 26 years old. He's just signed from Weymouth, where last season in the National League South, he played 42 games, scoring 2 goals as a centre-back, so capable of cropping up with a goal. But, of course, Weymouth got relegated, so he should have a point to prove this season. I have watched him before, but can't comment too much more than what I've said. Be exciting to see how he gets on this year. Now, the last recent signing for Hemel, and I'm not showing off, I've actually watched all 3 of these players, believe it or not. But this one, I may struggle on the pronunciation of the name. We'll give it a go. Oriofo Bello, he has signed from Wingate in Finchley. We watched him last year when Dartford played Wingate away. He's a 22-year-old tricky winger. He has had a tiny bit of National League South experience from my research, where he played about 5 games for Dover in the 23-24 campaign. But he has bags of potential, and I know this fully well. He had a really, really strong finish to the Isthmian League season, cropping up with a good few goals. So, yes, one of those, why not take a chance? And he's definitely one of those players I'll be very keen to see how he gets on this season. The next transfer is one rival to another rival of Dartford. Charlie Seaman has signed for Ebbsfleet after leaving Maidstone. A very, very, very solid acquisition in my opinion. He is a 25-year-old right back who featured 47 times for Maidstone last year. Unfortunately, due to his red card in the semi-final of the playoffs, he did actually miss the playoff final. So could he have made a difference in that playoff final? We'll never know, but I probably would suggest he could have made a bit of a difference when he was such a key part of the squad throughout the season. But nonetheless, really, really good acquisition and knows how to get involved in the goals. 4 goals, 5 assists in the National League South last season. Yeah, definitely a really strong pickup. I'm just going to guess Ebbsfleet are maybe paying a tad more. I don't know. Next signing is a pretty exciting one in my opinion. If you're a Chippenham Town fan, that is Ezio Tore, who has signed after leaving Poole Town, where he had a really, really impressive second half of the season after signing from Weymouth. At Weymouth, he didn't have the greatest time. He did score 10 goals over 42 appearances though, which isn't too bad in National League South, and it's great that at 21 years old he comes with that experience. But went to Poole second half of the season, 12 goals in 24 games, finished their top goal scorer, went down to Southern Prem, and very rightly so, the forward has earned himself a move back to the National League South. Chippenham fans, be keen to know what you think of that one. Sticking with Chippenham, they've signed a youngster, and they've also signed a man with bags of experience, and I mean bags of experience. This is Reece Fleet. He's a 33-year-old midfielder who's just joined from Oxford City, and he's been at Oxford City since 2015, making over 300 appearances at Step 2, and he even shows up on the big occasions when he matters. I do actually remember the game in 21-22 when he scored in that playoff final against St Albans, of course, to go and get promoted, but obviously it's done them a bit dirty in the end because they got promoted, and then when they got relegated again, they got moved to the north. So yes, it's so backwards in non-league sometimes, isn't it? But a really, really good signing nonetheless for Chippenham. The next two signings are for Hampton and Richmond Borough. This one definitely needs no introduction. And again, like Hemel, I will quickly say that Hampton and Richmond Borough are making some acquisitions at the moment. They are wasting no time getting signings through the door. But they have re-signed Sam Deadfield. This is his third spell at the club, a club he's already made 143 appearances at. Bit of a rocky season last year. He had quite a good spell at Basingstoke in the Southern Prem. And he did also start the season with St Albans, but only made 10 National League South appearances. So can he go back to Hampton and Richmond and find that form that he once had at Hampton and Richmond, where he did win in his last spell there Manager's Player of the Year? The second signing to talk about for Hampton and Richmond Borough, it was one that almost underwhelmed me. I really expected bigger things when he moved to Salisbury last year, but this is 25-year-old striker Craig Fasson-Maid. As I said, he signed from Chippenham to Salisbury last season, where I thought he would set the world alight, because the season for the 23-24 campaign, he was really good at Chippenham, really solid, and I thought the 23-year-old at the time would push on. Went to Salisbury, played 35 games, only scoring the 5 goals, but as I say, Salisbury were a struggling side, and I'm sure he made a very, very good amount of contributions. Didn't really shine too much when I watched him last season in a game against Enfield, but he's 25 years old, he's got great experience of the leagues, and I think if he just finds that right setup, there's no reason this guy can't be a bags man. I still think it's a great signing, and I think there is good things to come from him. So yeah, as I say of all of them, another one I'll be keen to see how it plans out. Two more signings. Probably should have done this one earlier. Completely forgot. Oh well. It's a player that I've watched a few times. It's Ronnie Nelson, who has also signed for Ebbsfleet. Ebbsfleet really shoring up that back line this season. Ronnie Nelson is a 6'5" centre-back who has a good amount of experience at just 21 years old, because he's just come off the back of a season in the National League South where he's playing for Tonbridge, where he made 41 appearances and even chipping in with 3 goals. He became a really big mainstay in the squad after doing a bit of team hopping where he played some football at Torquay. He then came for a month at Dartford, where I thought for 20 years old, I thought, God, this guy's good. This guy looks solid. He is putting his body on the line. Yeah, thought he's a really solid player. But anyway, managed to get, regular first team football at Tonbridge Angels, and yeah, had a great season. Has rightly earned a move to Ebbsfleet, where I'm sure he'll be getting a bit higher bucks, and of course he'll be playing for a team that will be pushing for the title. So again, 2 fantastic signings for Ebbsfleet at the back. Last but not least, for the video, we did 3 Salisbury signings last video. We got one more to bring you today. This is Olly Bray, 22-year-old forward who has signed from Aldershot. I believe he was released from there, but he is really lacking some experience in the men's game. Again, a player I've watched, believe it or not. I clearly watched too much football. He actually played for Dartford for about 3 games, I think it was. I remember watching him at Truro away when Truro were playing in Gloucester, and he certainly didn't impress me too much. The work rate was there, but I think he's just lacking regular game time in men's football, in the national leagues, because last season he made 15 appearances in total for Weston-super-Mare and Aldershot. Didn't score in any of those, but as I say, he's only 22 years old, and I think he just needs some good game time. He has made 2 appearances for Manchester United in the Premier League 2, so there's clearly got to be a player in there somewhere. I think he's just waiting for the right team to unlock that potential. So yeah, Salisbury really changing up the squad this year. Be great to get back to the Raymac. So there it is, 11 brand new signings in the National League South. Let me know what you think, and as I say, there will be more videos coming soon, so I'm sorry if your player that signed recently hasn't been mentioned, or someone that signed a couple of weeks ago hasn't been mentioned. I'm just trying to keep it really, really current and make sure that I stay on top of it as best I can. As I'm releasing this video, of course there would have been more signings in the last couple of days. I've got to film and edit and upload, etc., but we will keep these coming as long as you lot are enjoying them. So there you go. Till the next one. Thank you all for watching. Bye for now.